Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistant's assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Reality radio for a really great future. We're talking real money.
Okay, it's time for the Daily Podcast. Hi, everybody. I'm Don McDonald. Welcome to Talking Real Money Daily, the short-form podcast that we do on those days when we don't air the weekend show edited into podcast form. This will actually be a relatively short episode because we don't have any calls waiting in the queue, so that cues you to get into the queue at 855-935-TALK, 855-935-8255. Heck, if you call in the next 24 hours or so, you'll probably be on tomorrow's podcast. 855-935-TALK with any question about money, particularly about investments. Just leave the question. When you call, I'll listen. I'll do research if need be, and I'll answer it on a future podcast. You can also send your questions in via talkingrealmoney.com. Just the contact us form right there. It's really easy. Plus, there's lots of other great stuff at talkingrealmoney.com. I do have a submitted question today, but I wanted to start with a story that I saw on Market Watch. The headline: even 75% of Americans in the best 401k plans won't have enough to retire. This was a pretty big study that was done by Edelman Financial Engines and the Kellogg School of Management at Northwestern. And they went through a lot of retirement plans and determined that the vast majority of participants in 401ks aren't going to have enough money, including Social Security and Medicare costs, to fund benefits, I should say, Social Security and Medicare benefits, to fund 80% of their pre-retirement income. So a lot of people are way short. What they're saying is that most of us don't put enough. Well, many don't even have a company retirement plan, which puts the onus on you to save outside of a company retirement plan in an IRA or a Roth IRA or even just in plain accounts. But very few people do it. And then those who do tend to not put enough in equities. And I love this line, quote, others go haywire on wacky, quote, investments, unquote, like crypto or cannabis in a misguided effort to beat the broader stock market. In plain English, many investors simply don't know what the hell they're doing, unquote. Oh, wow. It sounds like me. Really. So many people are trying to find some way to beat the market when you're so much better off just being the market. And they say some of the solutions are companies increasing their match, which would be great, but a lot of companies aren't going to spend more money if they don't have to. And they're saying the government should limit withdrawals so that people don't take too much out too early. You need to start saving as early as possible. You shouldn't make early withdrawals. You need, and this is it, the final point of this article by Howard Gold, final point, keep a reasonable amount in stocks and don't try to outguess the broader equity market. It's so simple. I don't know why we failed to get it. You just need to be the market, and not just the U.S. market. Be the global market, and then be in some bonds. And that will very likely bring you success. At least it has for the past 90 years or so. 855-935-TALK is our phone number. You can call that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and ask your questions anytime the Spirit moves you. You can also send them in at talkingrealmoney.com, as this woman did. Hi, Don. When we pass, we are donating all our assets to charity. We do not have a will at this time, and the holdup is who should be the executor. That's tough sometimes. She says, we don't have any children, nor any relatives or a trusted friend to handle our estate. Wow, that does make it complicated. But we'll get to that in a minute. Regarding our investments, what is the best method to distribute our investments? Do we do this in a will or a TOD in each of the investment accounts, Roth IRA, and joint accounts? Any information you could provide would be gratefully appreciated. Greatly appreciated. Not gratefully, greatly. I looked away and just kept talking like I'd memorized it. I hadn't. TOD is great. Transfer on death or payable on death. It's also called POD. You can do this with almost any investment account. You can say payable on death to, and that bypasses probate and eliminates the need for a will for anything but personal property. And the way to get around the personal property thing is if you don't have any particularly valuable personal property, you just get everybody together who's going to get it and say, this is what you're getting. Here's a list. Come get it after I'm gone. There also, though, is another way to handle donating assets to charity, and that's something that can be done in advance. You could actually give your money to charity today and still live off of that money until you're no longer with us. You didn't mention what you have or how big your estate is, but what you can do is set up what is called a donor-advised fund. And there are a number of, in fact, almost every charity now has a donor-advised fund, but we've talked with the folks at Schwab. It's a group, that's actually Schwab Charitable. They have a really simple way, and they're at least worth talking to because it's a good organization. Their fees are very low. Their minimums are very low. It helps you out today from a tax standpoint. You can get deductions today and still get money from your money with these donor-advised funds. So what I would do is, first, for any money that's going to go to charities, talk to Schwab Charitable. It's schwabcharitable.org, I believe. And talk to them because they can help you with all kinds of different charities. So you don't have to just go, unless you have one charity in particular you want to give to, and then you might just want to talk to them. But if you're going to give to a number of charities, that may be one of the easier, all-inclusive ways of doing it. And they'll give you the straight scoop, and they're not going to charge you anything. They only charge you when they actually do things for you. So they would be the ones that I would talk to if I was setting up some charitable funds. If you're doing the POD or TOD to individuals, that makes sense. But for the charities, it might be better to do the pre-planning that's involved in a donor-advised fund. So that's the direction I'd take. 855-935-TALK is our phone number here every single day. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and I will try to help you solve your financial problems as best I can, and in what I consider to be a very fiduciary type manner. I will always try to err on your side. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try never to err on my side. So give me a call. I'm Don McDonald, 855-935-8255. And thanks for listening. Please keep doing it. Tell your friends. Spread the word. The more the merrier. If you tell people to listen to a podcast, it's not like it dilutes it. It just can keep spreading around the world. Thanks again.
Talking real money. We hope you realize that the information provided on Talking Real Money is for educational and hopefully enjoyable purposes only. Providing personalized financial planning or investing advice takes time, so please consult with a really good fee-only fiduciary investment, tax, or legal advisor. We know a good one. Investing must always involve risk. In other words, you can and probably will lose money at times. Also, as much as you want it, no one can accurately, consistently predict the future. So past performance doesn't tell you a darn thing about what the future will bring. Unlike many other programs that say something similar, Talking Real Money is not trying to get you to buy or sell any financial products or securities. Instead, the program is provided as a public service by Vestry, a fee-only registered investment advisor. Thanks for listening, and please visit TalkingRealMoney.com for more information and disclosures. That should keep the lawyers happy.